Hey y'all, it's Josie's Tupperware again, and I've got company tonight. Just simple hamburgers, but we like a dessert so that it's not so plain a meal. So I'm going to be using our Pro Grill today, which is an item that grills in the microwave. Now I'll be making a cake, however, you can make hamburgers, you can make bacon, you can make fries, so many things that you can make with them. Now when you want to grill, you actually heat it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the strength of your microwave. Mine only requires about 2.5 minutes. And then you put the meal that you want in it to grill, and then you put the, plate so that it sits on whatever you want to grill. Now today, because I'm going to be baking it instead of grilling it, I'm actually going to be putting it on the other side so that it sits on top and acts more like an oven, or a Dutch oven basically. So this is what we'll be using today. Now I'll be using the full square pan, however you can use the silicone insert to actually make a little round cake, but we're not going to do that today. So I'm just going to put that aside, and we're going to be making our almond berry cake. Now this is the simplest recipe. I've made it low carb. However, there is a 1/3 cup of regular flour. I didn't try it with the coconut flour. For those who'd like to give it a try, let me know how that works. But I will be using our famous Swerve sugar so that it's as low carb as I can make it. So I've got 3 eggs in here right now. I'll be putting in 170 milliliters, 175 milliliters of melted butter, which is almost a cup, like barely under a cup. And with that, we then will mix in our lemon rind. There we go. And I've got, well, looks more like 2 cups of frozen berries. It does ask for 1 cup of berries or frozen berries, but as they're frozen, they take up a lot more room. So I've got quite a few berries in there. Now I'm trying to get the lemon rind all undone. So with that, I will be adding a cup of almond flour, that 1/3 cup of regular flour, and little bit, half a teaspoon of baking powder. You mix all that up with 1 cup of sugar or erythritol or whatever kind of sugar. Now I am using icing sugar, but because that's what the recipe requires. So here we go. And I usually do a little bit under. There we go. So that is our cake. There we are. Mixes extremely quickly. There we are. And my frozen berries. Go, 1 left in there, and that's it. So the easiest recipe I've figured out. Now there are a few ways that you can actually make this recipe. So you can put it in the, let me show you, this is what I've usually made it in, our Ultra Pro. Now Ultra Pros are plastic that goes in the oven up to 400 degrees. So you can start it in the microwave 5 minutes and then just toast it on the top for about 10 minutes at 350. So that's one way to do it. Now I don't want to use my oven today. It's hot and muggy outside. So I'll be using the Grill Pro for this particular time. So put all of this in there and spread it out. There we go. There. Put that aside. Oh man, that's good. Almonds and cake is just absolutely delicious. And then with the fruit and the lemon. Oh, I hope you can taste this. Give it a try. So this is all it needs. So there we are. Get everything I can get off of this. And yeah, I'll probably be doing this forever if I continue on. There we go, that'll be enough. So now it's going to take about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes for the plates, the bottom plate and the top plate. These are metal, but they're covered in plastic, kind of a rubber, actually quite soft. And after the 2 minutes, this is when it starts cooking. So if you want to grill, that's also the reason why you put it in 2.5 minutes ahead of time. So I will be putting this in for a total of 7 minutes. 7.5, we'll have to watch it. Sorry. So while that's happening, we're actually going to be making whipped cream to go with it. So I've got everything I need here. I've got my cream, I've got vanilla, and I'll be putting in a little bit of the sugar. So this is the most amazing tool that I've had to whip cream. You don't need to take out any big utensils and equipment to make a little bit of whipped cream. So it's easier to do it. So you eat better. You eat instead of buying something that's pre-made. So I've got my Extra Chef, Power Chef, and you just simply whip. And if you've got young kids, they usually kind of like to help. So this works relatively quickly. Very easy to do. Go. This is pretty close to whipped cream. At this point, we'll be adding some sugar and vanilla. And you saw how that's not even a minute, right? So I've got, not necessarily measuring, but I usually put about a tablespoon of icing sugar and usually roughly a teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. I'm cooking like Mom used to. No measurements. Just wing it. And whipped cream is done. How quick was that? And these are amazingly simple to wash, and this is how that works. So I'll put that aside, put it in the refrigerator until dessert time. So we've got another 5 minutes left to the cake, and we'll be cutting for a few seconds and be right back with you. There we go. Let's have a look and see what this looks like. Now this is hot, but not so hot. And however, the top is definitely hot. And there's the cake. Already slightly toasted on the top. It's just perfect. So we just need to let it cool down in order to be ready to serve for dinner tonight. Now you can serve in here, or you can actually just scoop it up in a bowl with our whipped cream, and you've got a great dessert. If you've got fresh fruit, now's the time for fresh blueberries, fresh raspberries are starting. Any other type of fruit you want to do with apples, yeah, go right ahead. So enjoy. I hope that you like this quick recipe. Now I did end up having, because it was the first time I was making it in this, I usually do make it in the Ultra Pro. So with this, I actually used 9 minutes total. So it depends on the power of how powerful your microwave is. So thanks for joining me. enjoy dessert, and we'll be talking to you soon.